Back with another video. What's good, everybody? I'm on the road, Jack. I won't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Let me know in the comment section if you know that song. But yeah, I'm going out to see fam right now out in San Francisco. So I'm going to NorCal. I currently reside in SoCal. People always ask or say how these are two different people. I have to agree as well. NorCal is a more, lively, expressive style of California, where SoCal is more hippie, lackadaisical if you're talking San Diego, or if you go LA, straight chaos. Chaos in the sense of controlled under like a few roofs who own the whole city, gang affiliated, the whole city. And San Diego in the sense of like hippie, lackadaisical, real calm, real collected, a true vacation destination in the whole country. Like it's pitch perfect weather. Where now in NorCal, it's freaking so humid and hot here, and the temperature's still good. I'm not complaining compared to up north, but I start to see the variations of nice days. Where in San Diego, when I say it's a pitch perfect weather or there are pitch perfect days, I mean that to the T. From the humidity to the sun, it's just a precise level of wow. And for me and for a lot of other people, I see why it's so expensive to live there. Because you're not just paying for your estate, you're paying for location. All right, that's definitely a vacation spot for sure. Now, today we're talking about a pretty dope topic, and that's the power of rising your standards. The power of rising your standards is not for the lighthearted in no way. The reason why is I've learned is for you to raise your standards, for you to raise the standards of others of how you may want to be treated or you no longer want to be treated, you have to do it with self first. I put a post on my TikTok yesterday how I broke a lot of hearts in my life, and I'm tired of breaking mine. I'm done breaking mines, and I meant that. For the sense of, I've been on this journey now for all of 2026, wholeheartedly, of leveling up my standards, rising my standards where my baseline is higher than what it has been the prior 29 years. And one thing I've learned from it is you have to go through this season of evolution, this season of evolving as if a caterpillar does when they become a butterfly. And in the season of doing this, it can be very isolated. It can be very, lonely. But I think that's where the growth, the autonomous growth, for once you arrive to your new baseline, the things you just don't do no more, you now also reap the benefits that come with attracting others who also have that higher standard or may even be higher than yours, too, from how people treat you when there's certain things you just don't do anymore compared to what you maybe did prior. And then even location. As you raise your standards, you're going to notice something. Certain locations, you just don't get the same fulfillment of going there like you did before. And you might think it's coincidental, but it's actually intentional. The power of rising your standard is rightfully that. You are rising your frequency of everything you've used to do or you're about to go into doing more of. From attracting the style of people you'll get around, the style of conversations you have. Like there's a lot of conversations that I don't indulge in. Not because I don't think of it. There is no ROI on this topic. And then another big thing of raising your standards is you learn that every topic isn't meant for everybody. There was a season in my life, a long time, where I could talk to anybody about everything. Not anymore. And when I say everything, it's still a limited amount. Where now there's conversations that have with certain, you got your conversations with your friends, you got your conversations with your families, then you got your conversations when you out in public, conversations with self when you're private, conversations with the man above when you're intimate. But they all go full circle. And I think the reason why they become more paramount is from rising your standards, and they become more clear is from setting your standards the power of it higher, and now you push that out to the world, and it's giving it back to you in abundance, which also makes sense. I'm almost finished. I got like maybe 2 chapters left too with the book I've been reading, The Law of Attraction by Jack Cofield. I can't say his last name. However, I digress. He spoke about heavily how energy is everywhere, and he gave me the whole breakdown of how to write affirmations. I wrote a list out of like destination I want to go to. It's a very interactive book. So yet again, it's another dynamic book that I've been reading that can influence my life right now to make the future better. And I think that's why this topic of the power of rising your standards hits so hard, because I'm not just talking about it, I'm living through it. It is not easy. So if you stumbled across this video through the algorithm, salute, welcome. My name is Anthony Moore. I talk about identity, about being limitless, and perspective basically. So identity and perspective overall. And the power of rising your standard is not for the lighthearted, but anybody can decide to be better than they were prior. And it's a very, very minute detail that you just got to continuously decide every day, that over a period of consecutive times of doing this and slowly rising your standard, it will seem as if you took a big leap, but really it was just a compound effect. It's all it was. But when you rise your standards and you push that out into the world, from now go back full circle of the book I'm reading, you give it comes back to you tenfold. Just the same as if you were on your negative era, your villain arc, and you pushing all that negativity, that raw, just vicious mentality out into the world, don't be in shock when it's coming back to you tenfold. See, you can look one way, but it's really internally with how you feeling. Like, a lot of people say I have a very aggressive and strong presence, which I don't deny it, but a lot of times I think it's mistaken for how I'm really feeling internally, which is truly positive. I'm grateful. I give gratitude to my life every day because I may have not been here. And just understanding this book that correlates with life and the power of rising your standards, what you grow internally pushes out and gets back tenfold from the outside coming back into you. And what you consistently allow fester and hold on to as if a grudge, it really does eat you from the inside out. A lot of things I've been through in the military, I'm never going to be the same, but slowly but surely I'm keep trying to figure out ways to get it out, because it's doing more damage later than it was really in the present of it. But that all comes apart raising your standard. This is why I have now consistently said a number of times, it is not easy to raise your standard, or the power of raising your standard that comes with it is not easy, but you can best believe it's worth it. 11 out of 10, you can definitely believe it is worth it when you raise your standard, you raise your frequency, you raise your aura, and you start understanding more where you're celebrated and not going to where you're tolerated, like, at all. I'm real good with for it. If I'm somewhere and I see the energy off, not even 5 minutes, if I feel like I'm not celebrated to be in this environment or I'm not welcome, hey, I gotta go. I got something to do. I gotta get out of here. Oh, you good? Oh, man, never better. Well, I won't be back. And you should have a similar mentality, because you're now guarding all that built up momentum you got from Big Mo, which is just another way to say momentum, from the consistent efforts you've done to raising your standard. And that's the power I believe comes with it. All right. This is probably a reason why a lot of celebrities, when you see them in person, you know, you'd be like, dang, I thought this person was maybe different, or they're more off to the side, or they just to themselves or whatever. It's not a coincidence. It's because they built themselves up to that level. So unless they're hanging with everybody around their level, it would be quite idiotic to go down a level or levels just to accommodate people feelings who's doing nothing more than figuring out a way to misunderstand you. But that's only from perspective. Not all people are. So hopefully you're understanding this message that I'm getting across, as the power of rising your standard is and can be as big or small as you make it. But it's definitely a way of life and progressing and doing things that serve the king in you and less of that influences the fool in you. Thank you, Ray Lewis, for that. He said that quote first. But yeah, so I'm on the road. We almost through. It's a little past 1630. Oh no, it's a little past 1600. I said 1630. See, 1601. Dang. All right, 1601 Pacific time. I'm gonna try to get this up. Not try. Try is a weak word. Myron Golden said try is a weak word, which is true. I'm not a try baby. You either do or you don't. I'll get this up to y'all within the up and coming hours. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep enjoying this ride as it's been pretty chill overall. Watched a number of podcasts, watched a number of trainings. And shoot, let me know in the comment section as well if you ever took a road trip somewhere, by yourself, alone, not one with somebody else's. That's two different experiences. Let me know what was your time on when you took a road trip or things you may have done. So it's Sunday. I'm gonna get this up to y'all shortly, and yeah, we got a new week ahead of us. Let's keep moving in the right direction. Let's keep growing slowly but surely. Let's keep choosing better, as worse is right there. The influences of good and bad will always be there. Let's continuously decide for better, even if it's very small, 1%. Let's keep going and keep going, keep going. All right, got a lot of life ahead. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Let me get here. Keep driving safely.